Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. Now, it's real time.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you very much for watching this show. And like Charles, I'm looking around going, okay, make sure I'm looking at the right one. Charles Lowes. Charles, it's good to see you.
Good to see you again.
How you been?
Good.
Chasing tuna?
It's great out there.
It's been, I mean, I've got a few friends that spend time out there. Some are full-blown insane, and they're out there every day.
Yeah.
But it's been one of those seasons. It's been really, really good.
Big
for tuna.
fish and some exotics showing up, too.
Can you, I know we're limited on time, but when somebody says exotics and you're fishing off the Oregon coast, most of them think just albacore, but there's more going on out there.
Marlin, Dorado, yellowtail. A big eye tuna was caught. Honest
Interesting.
Gosh, yeah.
Did you really just say marlin? Marlin?
Yeah, marlin was hooked.
You're
By a reliable source, okay? There's a lot of, nonsense out there, but definitely, yeah.
Nonsense. He's so polite. You're so polite. I just say, guys lying their face off.
Okay, whatever,
okay, I mean, that's what I was saying. But that's kind of interesting. I mean, is that, it's a water temperature thing, so those fish are just actually migrating or moving they're far enough west, or east, excuse me.
The Baja fishery is moving up here as the water's warm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well.
Terrible for the salmon, but for the offshore guys, it's all right.
Well, that's arguable. We could talk about that one.
Okay.
We can talk about that one. But at the very least, it's good to hear that there's some good tuna fishing out there.
Yeah.
And hopefully, my buddies, if you're watching, I need tuna bellies. Dang it. I always need tuna bellies. We always need tuna bellies. But we're not here to talk about that. You have a class that's coming up, Mariner Master Class.
Master Class, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell everybody what that is and how they can jump in on that and what it does for them.
Sure. Twice a year I open this up. This is the fourth time I've done it. This is the Coastal Mariners Master Class. This is the one that teaches you how to get across the bar safely, with style. And
hold on, with style.
With style, without fear, without style.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to go bold here.
All right, I like that.
And it also tells you how to go far.
Okay, fair
So,
enough.
get out there and do it. And, it's really a transformation for me. For my students, there was before the class and after the class. Before the class, there was anxiety and uncertainty and a lot of luck. And after the class, they've got it dialed in. They've got the confidence. They're going out there, and they're setting the dial on how much risk they want to take. They're not waiting for the ocean to come do something that they're not ready for.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And I can attest to the anxiety part of it. For a lot of folks that I know, I really gravitate to shallow water, right?
Yeah.
I like whitewater, rapids, jet boats, which freaks people out. I'm like, man, if we wreck, we can just go right over there. We're good, right? But if you're in the saltwater, you're talking about an entirely different, it's a completely different world, literally.
Yeah.
You're not talking about, this is big deal stuff. It's big enough where I will cower and be the first one to say, no, I ain't going. But it doesn't have to be that way. You've proven this over the years that I've had a chance to have your interview here on the show. We've talked to so many of your clients, your students that you've had a chance to teach, and they're all positive. And a lot of them were the exact same way that I am, right?
Yeah.
Just flat out, we're not going. And then once they learn, understand how to utilize everything, is that something that, I know that's why you kind of started this. You want to see people get out there and enjoy themselves. Is it a 100% success rate with getting people confident and comfortable? Or is there ever sometimes folks that are just like, this just isn't for me?
I do have some students that they take the course and all, they're ready to go, and then life circumstances intervenes. They get a kid, whatever.
Sure.
And they don't ever get out there. So that happens.
Okay.
But the success rate is pretty darn good.
Okay, that's
pretty darn good.
I figured that it had to be. If you're going to be that motivated where you want to, well, number one, have the right equipment. You have to be motivated.
Yeah, exactly. And really, I realized part of my job is to curate all the information. I get so many clients, and they've been picking at YouTube and listening to other captains for years and trying to push this all together. And there's so much information out there.
Yeah.
My job is to throw away most of it and say, this is what you got to learn.
Right.
This is what you got to understand. And pare it down to something that's bite-sized and people can absorb.
Well, I can tell you that from the people that I've talked with, they appreciate your class. They really do.
Yeah.
And this is the master class. It's only twice a year.
Twice a year.
How do people get in on that?
It's on my website, theoceancoach.com.
Okay.
Go to the sign-up page.
Okay.
The contact page, and it's all there. You'll see a button for the class where you can sign up. The other thing I'm doing is free seminars. My bar crossing seminar, which I do at the boat shows. I also do it at this time of year. It's going to be next week Tuesday and the week after that. But it's a 1-hour live seminar online, and I give you the outline for the class. I give you a pretty good framework. There are people who just take that free seminar and run with it, and it's about all they need to know.
I get it if they already have, you know, some knowledge ahead of time.
Yeah. And 20 or 30% of those people that come to that seminar have been there before.
Sure.
Year after year, and I change it up every year, of course.
Which is good because obviously things can change, technology can change, information can change.
Absolutely. So that's on that page as well. You can sign up for that, and good to go.
Very good. And there's lots of reasons to do it. I say it with a smile on my face because now I'm an old man now, right? I appreciate the fact that I'm smart enough to just go, no, right? Because I don't have the knowledge. If you have the ability to give yourself the power, which is the knowledge, and again, I'm going to go back to the right equipment, okay? We're not saying go run out there in an 18-footer, the little flat bottom thing, all right? You got to have the right stuff. Okay, final thoughts though. Anything you want to make sure that everyone's aware about or aware of before we cut away?
I want to give away a free course.
Okay.
So people can go to that page, theoceancoach.com. If they write Owen in the comment box, they're in for a drawing. My wife will pull a name out of a hat on Wednesday, and somebody will get a free course. It's
OWIN. Okay, let's make sure we get that correct. If it's with an E, it's disqualification.
I am training your audience. They are getting better with the I.
I've had people tell me, well, that's not, you're just making, no, it's not. That's the way it is.
That's the way it is.
But okay, so go on there, enter in OWIN, and you might have a chance to win just a free class, the master class. If you are, again, we've done this so many times, it's easy for me to put it that way because it's relatable, right? If you're like me, you're nervous about going out into the salt water, you got the gear, you got the desire, this is the way that you can learn the information that you really need as opposed to some of the fluff that you might learn in other sources.
Exactly.
And we appreciate, and trust me, a guy that's running a dory out of Garibaldi, 50 some odd miles, you had better understand what the heck you're doing.
I never gone that far. That was far.
Yeah.
But well, the water was like a table.
Yeah. See, I've never seen that. One of these days I may. Very well. It's good to see you again, Charles. Thanks for coming in and sharing some of the info. And for the very large group of people that you've helped out over the last handful of years, I know that they appreciate it, and I appreciate it because that's less people we have to worry about when they get out there in the saltwater where they could get themselves in trouble. So certainly a course to look into. All right, we're going to cut to a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about something with some folks that, well, you know very, very well the area, Pacific City. Kyle and Miles Dotson, they are the owner-operators of Oar Angling. They go out of Pacific City, the Dory Fleet. We're going to find out how things are going for them real time. And hey, Kyle, Miles, you're on the air. We're going to see you guys. We're going to see you in just a couple of minutes. So everyone, bear with us. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Chevy Silverado and the impressive new TurboMax engine. Flex your muscle with the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. Official truck of Outdoor GPS.